Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Most Beatbox channel, and today we're gonna be continuing on the TA5 builds that we started last episode. Now, if you didn't see last episode, we did the outer shell here on the top. We added the thrusters, we added the guns, the cockpit, all the usual jazz you want to have in a vessel. The gyros are hidden behind these three thrusters, basically. We've got batteries, some hydrogen tanks, and no 2H2 in the storage tank. All very normal stuff. This episode, we are going to continue on the shell, finish like the bottom part, finish this nose, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. So let's just get right into it. Alright, so what I want to do is probably start by lining the side of these with some blocks. Sort of like this. As like protection. And then let me flip myself upside down here. And then I think we'll just probably just copy this. Something like this. And then here, put a block, fill this in. And then we'll just line the outside like this. Is this a triangle piece? Alright, triangle. This. 1, 2. There you go. That's pretty nice. And now I think I want to make it like a single layer or something, or maybe 2, like maximum. Something like that maximum. Which means that I just need to bring it like in one, sort of like this. Like this. And then here I think I can fit one of these. I'll just bring it in one on the sides. Alright, there we go. Something along the lines of this. Because I want to make this fighter relatively circular, I guess we can say. But not too bulky. So maybe I'll just keep it as a single layer and then just have some greebling on the top here. So let's bring this over to there. Let's just fill this in actually. Just fill all of it in. There we go. Place 2 of those there. And yeah, look at that. And we'll see what happens back there. What I'll do is I'll do approximately the same as what I did previously for these other thrusters, which is basically just grab something like this and do it like this. And then what I'll do is I'll just add like some decorative, or well, not really, more like detail adding blocks, which will end up actually helping quite a lot. Right, because usually, and I don't know why, but I think it might just be my build style, but most of the time when I build like bottom sections, it's very bland. It's very bland. And I guess what I can do here is just like make it a little bit smaller. Oh, you misplaced the block. And then do something like this. Alright, and then what I can do here is have like the central bit be kind of like this. Maybe like one further. So like this, I think. I think that's not too bad. And I do something like this. Yeah, that's not too shabby, is it? You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is actually just extend these out one. So it'll be do it. Small conveyors have a reinforced. Yes, they do. I guess I can do it like this. And then we just slap the thrusters like here. Where's my sci-fi thrusters? My skiffy thrusters. Where's my blocks? There it is. And then oh yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. And now I just bring this out to the nose. Maybe make a little bit less sharp by adding these 45, or not 45, but 30-degree blocks here. There we go. And then I just extend it out. Or maybe I do it like this. Now that looks very, very strange. Right, there we go. We've saved. You know, obviously, in case we get some weird like lagadocious stuff. Okay, you. Oh, well, there it is. I'll be back when I fix the weld. All right, and we're back. So what I was gonna do is I was actually just gonna extend this out by one, and then this. So like that. What if I do something like this? This is unique. Okay, from the side it looks quite interesting. Here, I think I just need to make these correct. I think this is a transition. A type transition. Oh yeah, I think that's a type transition. Never mind, it is not a type transition. It is probably one of these, which I'm sure won't fit because none of these are actually the ones that I think I'm looking for. What if I do it like this? What? On the front end, it's not too shabby, not too shabby. From the side, it is not too shabby. I think what I'm actually gonna do here. Oh, is oh, where's my number 2 there? Is do this, and then use half blocks instead to make it a little bit less fat looking. And then I think it's yeah, I think I'm just gonna use this, and then slap some of these bits all the way across to here. Make it a little bit more smooth and a little bit sharper, I guess we can call this. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, does it? I think this is a little bit weird. So what I'm actually gonna do is just delete all of this and just leave it as it was before. And here I'll just put these instead. Oh yeah, look at that. I think that's pretty good, Yep. Alright. And then maybe add some coloration to it or something. What would the TA colors be? Let me actually just go ahead one moment while I look into my notes. Alright. So I'm looking at my notes here, and I've written down that the colors blend together easily like a gradient, and green, blue, and white is like the sort of Terran Alliance colors. So I think what I'll do is I'll try and find a color that like resonates that, but not quite, because Torakian colors, which is a little bit different, like the derived version. So let's bust out. Do I have my paint tool, my paint gun? I do not have my paint gun, so I'll just use the P rule. And I guess we can modify. I want to make it really vibrant, and let's see. Probably make it quite smooth to feel like it's yeah. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so this is future Daniel's V-Bucks here. In this, we're actually just coloring in the fighter with with the colors that I decided I wanted to use for this, because these are not yet the colors of the Torakian, or not Torakian, but of the Terran Alliance. They are Torakian colors, so that will be slightly different. So this is what I'm doing here, and as we go on here, we're just kind of looking around in a bunch of directions. This is probably the best way to do it, is just look around in a whole bunch of directions. Make sure that you like how this looks in all directions, because the worst thing is that you build the colors and then you like it in one direction but you don't in the other. So yeah, so that's basically it. We'll let this go on for a little longer, and we'll get back to you once this is done. All right. I think that looks too bad. All right, so we got the coloration. The smoothness is fantastic. I mean, that is smooth operations. Okay, let's go for let's bust it out for a flight of tests. To be truly honest, I think the acceleration and even the deceleration could be better, but you know, this is extra details here. I think honestly for now this is quite nice. Let me add the weapon blocks. There we go. A tug drone. Alright, let's head on over here. Let's just park ourselves. Right by this the Corvette that we built here. There we have it. Alright. Well, there we go. This is the, oh, I drifted out of control. This is the TA fighter. Now, I think what we could do is, let me think. Let's try and make a DC, like a DC vessel of some kind. So let me actually, because the DC vessels are basically pure black. So I gotta find like a texture that'll bit like a mechanical. Wow, it literally just blends in. Oh, okay. Well, I like that. Oh, it literally doesn't even exist. Or maybe I should. Yes, this is absolutely what I think I'm gonna. Where's me lights at? Oh, my lights are on. It's just that it's so black that it literally just absorbs all of the light. Okay. It's the challenge. Try and build with pure darkness. Okay. This is the color I'm gonna use, but for now I think I'm just gonna use the like a normal white color. Wow, that's actually quite nice looking. Is there like a different, because this is like pure black. Let's make it a 7. Let's make it a 7. Okay, there we go. There we go. This is final the final choice is this, which from afar literally looks like the black is the black of space. 9, 10. Okay, I think we're at 10 here. So now that we've got this color, let's just make it white. Which it will not be white, but yeah. Okay, this is 10. I'm just making it white so that I can see what I'm building. Alright, me bust out my notes. Let's build a DC destroyer. DC destroyer is going to be quite small and lightly armored, but it's also going to be very, very heavily armed. Let's make it something like 25 or maybe 30 blocks. And what I wrote in my notes, a flat elongated design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do like some sort of like spire design. It's like a whole bunch of spires coming out. That could be quite interesting. With like supports and things. Now obviously each spire needs to be rather large to be able to fit some things. Oh, I should probably turn that on. Okay, there we go. Fill this in. So this is like one spire. It's a 3x3. You can fit like every block in the game inside of this. Alright. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna make it a little bit larger than a 3x3. And then do something like this. There we go. Let's turn off these signals so that we're not bothered by anything. Just this, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside, and this is gonna be 1, 2, 3. Whoa! 4. This could be very interesting. Very, very interesting design here. Yes. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, absolutely devastating lag, as I heard. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just do this on the other side, like so. And then, and for this build, the reason I'm not turning on symmetry, maybe I should, but for now, I'm actually not gonna turn on symmetry mode, because the actual like ship itself is not symmetrical. But maybe I should make it symmetrical. Nah. That is one spire. That's impressive. That is a most impressive size. You know what? I think I'm gonna just make it 3 by 3 because 5 by 5 might be a little bit or maybe not. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just keep it 5 by 5 and then make the others. Maybe this is 5 by 5 because it's like the main sort of spire for the DC to like walk through and things, and then all these outer ones that I'm gonna start slapping in is just gonna be a bit different. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and move our support corvette here. Actually, I should probably put like like some landing pads or something. Let's also bust out a connector. You could put the connector like right in here. I think that could work. Yeah, right here actually. Like I think there's a conveyor somewhere here, but I can't remember where that may be. Let me go ahead and sneak into here. Okay, I mean, I could literally just use this though. So what I'm gonna do is put, let's make it a inset connector or a normal connector. Make it a normal connector here. Then let's drag a conveyor belt. A shift P. Like that. Then let's actually just drag this to here. And then drag that to there. And then let me shift P the interior of the material. And then shift P this. Okay, I think we fixed it. And we now have a functioning connector to go bust out our white neon lights thing here. Now let's keep going. Let's head on back over here. There we go. Then let's just literally just add like various like tunnel systems basically. Various irregular tunnel systems. Sort of extending out to here. I can't see that. Oh, I can. Aha! Alright, and I can open this up. That's kind of funny the way it's like the funniest thing is just the way that you walk up these. Okay, let's just put a gravity gen. Let's also slap a seat down. And just make sure that I turn this into a station before continuing. That if I bump it, it won't just... Okay, that's actually functional somehow. Say what? Okay. And then here, we just like put like another... Put like another... section. To like here basically. Make this one a little bit different. Make this one, I don't know, a 3x2 instead. There we go. There we go, like another thingamajig here that we can, you know, walk up and down. And what we could do is we could put one like going out to the side here, I guess. Would be like down here in the corner. Like that. Actually, I can keep those because those are actually connected. Like that. Then extend this like out a few. Extend that out. Oh, extend that out. There we go. Let's extend this down. Like 2. Then also extend this out to like here. And it's really just like very irregular like shaping. Go make this like a little bit like this, I guess. Alright. Oh. Move this on over. There's the next one. See, kind of like this. Maybe we'll make them shorter or further away. We'll stack a few next to each other. This is kind of like the thing we're going for. There's a very like spiky sort of structure. But I think for today this is going to be quite good. So there we go. We've finished today quite successfully, I would say. Our fighter here, the TA fighter. We finished the coloration. We've added the connector. We've done the rest of the shaping. It looks quite nice actually. And then we've also started on the DC destroyer, which we will continue in the next episode. So, as always, if you've got any suggestions for builds and things that you want us to that you want me to start building, or you know, build in Space Engineers, please slap those in the comments down below. And with that all being said, we will see each other once again in the next episode, which which will be on the next video. It should be on Wednesday. So hope you guys enjoyed, and have a fantastic day yourselves.